8 liter as well. It's stainless steel, easy to clean and to get the heat done. It's got a max level on the inside, especially when you're doing beans, they're giving stuff that froth. So you don't want to have go above that line because it's going to then push through the safety valve. So mostly, a lot of people are very scared of pressure cookers and have bad experiences. This one's got, now the fan cuts off after the heat's gone down. So that's a good sign. There's a pressure valve there and a safety valve here. So there's two safety valves, and then you've got a high and a low. So you can change the pressure depending what type of vegetables or meats you're doing. So you can even, if you want to poach chicken, you can put on a low pressure, do it for like 5 minutes, and you can just poach chicken. And if you want to do cornish or something else, then you put on a higher pressure. So this goes up to almost 1 bar of pressure. So that's quite an intense heat. It's got the ring that keeps it in place, all the steam, and the locks. And if by chance there is a failure, the ring will collapse inside, and then whatever pressure that there will come out this way. So it's not going to explode upwards or out through any of these. So it's got a pressure, and it's also got a locking mechanism. So it has to fit where the little dimple is there, in line with this. And once that's lined up, it is just like one-handed. You just lock it together. There's a locking mechanism there that you have to press down before it opens. Okay, so now we want to do the business we came to see.
Right, you're gonna put.
Okay, so we put that on. We want P5, right?
I think you wanted to heat it on P5, but we noticed that P5 was a bit high.
With the newer units, and then being smaller, that P5, which is about 180 or something degrees,
Yeah.
can tend to be too much, and you want to save energy and you want to also time. So we're going to put it to P5, and we're going to add our
Oil.
Because it's veg, we're going to say now, the AMC cookware is fat-free and oil-free cooking. There's no fats in here, so we have to add something to start the process there. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of oil in. If you remove it from there, it goes to E1 because there's no contact for it. So we have to save energy as well. So we're going to just wait for that to come up to there. Onion.
You just try with the onion to see if it's up to temperature, because this really gets hot.
That quick.
Yeah. Yesterday it was very quick.
Yep, already there.
Yeah.
That's quick. And you want ice cold beans. So I can take it down to 3, you think, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want the onion and the chili in.
That's correct, yeah. The normal procedure of onions, then your spices, your whole spices,
Yeah.
and then you put your ginger and garlic.
Okay, so that's the onion. You want to carry it.
Yes.
I remember doing my first demonstration with a lady in Sharpie.
Yes.
And I was showing her, at that time I used the vegetables and other stuff, and she was like, you want to come and tell me how to cook in my house? I'm like, no, I'll show you a different way. But she was very happy. Okay, so that's going to brown a bit.
This process should take in total about 5 minutes.
Yeah, you want it to get...
Before we do the sealing.
Because what happens if you don't want to increase the heat too much, and because you can play with it, and it's very, very sensitive. So if you go down one, it's going to go down, and you're going to definitely see that it starts playing. So you don't want to burn anything, and you want to use less energy, so low heat. You don't want to be too high heat. So the unit as well has a thick base which stores heat as well.
We're here with Zarina and Julian Bossy. We're doing the cookware demonstration. Veg biryani in a speed cooker.
Okay. What's next?
You want to add your ground spices. It's in the smaller, yeah,
You want the whole spice.
yeah, the whole spices, sorry. The whole spices.
Oh, yeah.
Your biryani spices are being added.
Okay. Next.
And next is your ginger and garlic. It's gonna get toasted because you can see.
Roughly chopped it up. Mix it up.
And once you get that smell of your spices, then you know to add the ingredients, the rest of the ingredients.
How long do you think we should take enough all the oil in this? You like the oil in the food or not when you're doing your preparation?
Zarina is asking if you see oil.
You like the oil, you like the food?
No, I like extra oil.
You like extra oil.
You can see my size.
So AMC is meant to actually take less oil.
We try and do it with the least amount to see if it, and just enough to get the
So, but for
consistency.
biryani, I don't use a lot of oil. I use butter.
Use butter.
Butter.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go for the, what's next?
For your masalas and we've got turmeric.
Yeah.
We've got turmeric. We've got cinnamon powder. I'm using cinnamon powder, not whole cinnamon, and you've got your other spices mixed in your masala. So
Okay, so let's looking a bit dry. I think we should add some oil.
a little bit of oil. Yeah, we're just adding a tinge of oil.
That's more like it.
That's more like
We'll try not to float it first.
No, the veg is going to absorb.
Yeah, as well.
The veg will absorb all the oil.
we must just get.
Potatoes and stuff.
Zarina is a seasoned cook,
Yeah.
so we are lucky to have her here with us.
We made it again, like we do it every other day, and we're learning different methods, and then also checking that how the unit, because anybody gives you a recipe, you follow it, but you have to make it your own.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Okay, that's you got there. You got that done. Ready?
Right.
Okay.
So you're gonna add your veg.
The veg. Here's your.
Off camera is just putting it in a sieve.
What happened is that. This is it.
Yeah, when we get to that, we definitely, they say they ask for us to put it just above the level because it has to cook the rice as well. And the rice is, I washed the rice 3 times, that's all, I didn't soak it. Just normal.
We actually
We
using
try
normal
we
rice to see how
we can
good
say
it
normal
cooks.
cheap rice because people are like, hey, you must buy this, you must buy that. It becomes expensive. So we're like, no, if you just, we went and actually found the cheapest rice we could find in the store because because when you're doing it for the video, most of the guys compare and they want to know like what you put in, where you bought from. And they're like, no, it's going to take it very, we're like, which is the cheapest rice to kill. Right, so that's done. Next up, we're going to put it up.
No, you're gonna wait for that. You're gonna cover that for 5 minutes.
Oh yes, we can get this to do a little bit of cooking. Now there's no lid that actually fits the 24. The 24 fits an 8.
I can see all the photos advertised there.
Yeah.
Use the
Look, you know.
24 centimeter dome. This is what they call the roti bowl.
Yes, the roti bowl.
Sealer, or they also use it for a dome. You can use a double boiler, but I found that if you just put that in there, if you don't want to lose any moisture, you can actually close it up just enough to allow that to cook in there for that period.
And then we're gonna come back in 5 minutes. I've got it on pause. So basically that's him just doing that. In 5 minutes time we're going to add all the ingredients and seal. So Boss, you can come sit here. There's the chair.
It doesn't get hot.
That does get hot.
You will
It's
get heat
stainless
coming
steel.
through. The nice thing about
But you show him the thing, the vacuum. In the back we've got one of those AMC sucker knobs.
so you can use that. Yeah.
Or we got silicone grips to actually take it out.
The unit gets hot normally, but you're feeling on here, you couldn't do that on stove.
So you got to put the salt in. Okay, that's what the curry looks like at the moment.
It's not like that.
More.
More.
A little bit more because you know what, it's biryani.
Probably put the whole hand.
Now remember, the rice is not boiled.
Yeah. Okay, it does get a bit sticky at the bottom, but because it's not a non-stick product, you use a wooden spoon, don't use metal in it, just to get it. And I'm using on a lower heat. A lot of people will complain that it sticks, but then you don't have to use a high heat. It gets there eventually, and we're doing the pressure cooking, and then we're going to add the water as well. So that will help to release what's at the bottom there. So we got the
We've got the biryani dal going in. Mansoor. And then you're going to get your rice. I don't know if you're going to put coloring, because normally you add the coloring as well, or the.
I know the last time there was. I don't know where I put it.
Okay.
It was.
You're just excluding the coloring, but normally when you also add the coloring after you add in the rice.
I did have that. The first little leaves things. How do you call it?
Saffron.
That's expensive stuff somewhere.
Gerard hid his saffron, so
Take the saffron away
from me.
Alright, so that's in there.
All in there, we're just giving it a stir.
Do we have the peas? I think you wanted to add as well.
Yes, it's also peas that I think the peas are there.
Next time I'll try sweet corn and mushroom with it.
We've got mushroom. We've actually got a whole lot of sweet corn and mushroom in the fridge.
So you want to just
I don't know if you want to add that, but
just try.
we'll have many more gems with this.
Yeah, we try.
So we're gonna try every variation. We actually
You guys said it must add what?
the prawns. Yes.
Yeah, for your chopsticks.
Yeah.
But if I keep soya prawns in my fridge, it'll be long gone before I get to do the game.
Okay, so now we're going to add some of the hot water.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure.
Gonna cover it entirely.
Supposed to be water for biryani.
Yeah, we could.
Because the rice will.
No, the rice is not cooked. Add the biryani.
This is the style for the what you call it? All the bachelors are going to say that they're missing their mom's curry and biryani at home. When they're away,
We're gonna put more water. We're gonna put a little bit more water because we know the pressure in this cooker is a bit higher than normal.
now you don't go to the
Top max level.
Okay, so that's about a centimeter above your rice. And we made sure that everything in the bottom isn't sticky. I know it's weird when people look at you doing biryani this way, like, what? Okay, and now comes your locking mechanism. Normally they said it was supposed to be on 5, but when it's on 5, you see immediately the bubbles are going. So we're going to line them up. And that's the box in position. We're going to put it high. And then we're going to wait for
The valve to pop.
that valve there has a little red bearing in there which comes to the surface. Once that comes to the top, then you know the pressure is built up to the right level for the 1 bar, and then we can basically then drop the temperature down so that it just steams on its own pressure.
So at this point in time, we're just waiting for that valve to pop.
Yeah.
And once it's done that, we can come back, drop the temperature and lock the timer.
Okay, so down this, and then we're going to take it down too.
So the red button has popped, as you can see. So we're locking it on P3 and we're locking the timer. It's got a timing device. Obviously, after the allocated time, the unit switches off, so it's a safety feature.
20? What is it?
Yeah, keep it at 15, 20. Yep. So there, he's just locked it.
You will get that. It does
So
happen.
P3.
That happened before as well. So we wait for that. And then
You can release some of the steam.
now we wait to see if that
Yeah.
they will increase, the heat's going to increase, and that's also a relief valve as well. So steam will come out from it as well. And if anything happens, you can just switch it off and then just press on that button there. Again, we're building up pressure now. You press on it, it just releases the steam. If you want to have a biryani facial, you can put some steam.
But already you can smell the biryani. So
this is for just convenience
Lock
and
thing.
speed that we have. It's still here bubbling. And even if you try to, if it was up, it would never release because of silicone. It seems to be a bit moist. Check it out. See if it's just too moist. Put it there.
Perfect.
There you go. Brr.
that's perfectly cooked biryani there.
See the potatoes. Not the best potatoes we got. Potatoes are.
Fleming, the potatoes are, it's perfect, so you don't have to fry.
Don't have to worry. And even if it does, the potatoes is not but. You will find at the bottom, you're gonna get that lovely biryani stick.
Fond.
Yeah. And then when it's
So very easy to clean unit.
yeah, that you just put water in there.
You just put water in there and clean it out with our
And then on
AMC
the newer
cleaner.
unit, which is got the stainless steel handles, if you're making the biryani the normal process, you can take that at this stage and put it in the oven. And then
Yeah.
So we're gonna plate some for. Is there a plate available?
Yeah.
We're gonna get that in the bowl and a spoon. The spoon. There's spoons in there. There's spoons on the table. On that hand hanging. Sorry, we
So you want to dish it up a little bit?
just.
Yeah, right, that's fine.
You
We're
want
gonna
to
eat nyama.
cook downstairs?
Good to eat nyama.
Want to try it out? Here we go.
It what?
Wait till
No,
it's
that's fine.
hot. So just make sure it's.
And we did it in like 15. So it's still got that freshness. What other beans you can put in there?
Perfect.
Well, we normally put gadra beans or double beans.
Little salt, yes, yeah, but it's perfect.
Now remember, me and Gerard always have a fight about the salt. So
This time I put
But it's
extra,
fine.
but I mean, twice the amount. Because as you said, the rice is going
Yes.
to and then potatoes and stuff.
so he's still learning the salt
So in
levels,
15
but
minutes, and if anybody was going to say, no, I don't like, and it will never work, I'm sure if they see a demonstration like this, they'll be like, okay, boss, yeah, I'll take one. Or I'll put it on.
Yeah,
I'll
but
put
it's
it on
very
my-
nice. It's very nice. Perfect.
so we've had our taste testers. Zarina is a well-seasoned cook, so she would know best, and she would tell us exactly if something's not right.
And the base is nice and super hot and clean.
The chef, too.
You can
Yes, chef. She's a really good cook. We know this because I tasted her food.